All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. We wanted to take a minute to go over MissionEdge. As Bill mentioned earlier, we are transitioning a lot of our efforts into MissionEdge, and a lot of that is just the sheer number of people we have now, with over 500 people who are messaging, sending in qualifications, um, you know, requesting things, documenting things. We just need a way to be more efficient. Emails to random people are getting lost, unfortunately, in my own personal email box down the list of things. And so MissionEdge really does give us the ability to do a great job of tracking qualifications, keeping everything in one space, and it allows all of us to log into it, without restrictions as some of the other systems that we have to work with is. But what I wanted to do was go through just some really high level things today. We are working on some self-watch courses that you can, do a little tutorial, like how to change my password, how to log in, how to view my PTB, how to get tasks signed off, things like that. We'll start having a page probably on the CRCPD website, maybe even in MissionEdge itself, where you can do some self-training. But in the meantime, I wanted to go through specifically a couple of things that you'll need to know if you're wanting to get tasks signed off or document your historical recognition like Peter did in MissionEdge. And I also wanted to talk about how to request training credit, which a lot of you have done, but we are going to leverage that for our quarterly problem set this month as well. So you'll start to see, just like the CM25 call for participation only went out as a MissionEdge message to respond to, because we used the messaging feature with questions. So you'll start to see that a lot of these things are going to start to occur in MissionEdge. So if you have not accepted your account yet, please do so. It's likely your invitation is expired, so if you need it resent, just let us know. So first thing, and again, this is super high level overview, but I just wanted to provide this. Overall, when you log in to MissionEdge, unless you are an authority having jurisdiction or a state ROS coordinator, in which case you'll have two versions, like a front and a back end of the system. Most of you as ROS only have this portal version. And so it has several tiles. We have a training that's available. I think we'll resend it out after today's call. So for those of you that are new, to be able to watch those training videos if you would want to. But we're going to focus in on just a couple of the tiles here today, but just knowing that all of your system access can be managed here. So one of the big things you have to do in order to get the, and I just got a question in chat, are you sharing your screen? You guys are seeing, it's still Bill's screen. Okay. So let me know if it's not moving forward.
Ask if that's better.
Nope, I've lost it now.
Okay. All right.
It was sharing, but now it's not.
Okay. So now
Okay,
you've got my screen back.
Yep, we're back.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay, so one of the things that you have to do if you want to have tasks endorsed, which is the terminology used in MissionEdge, so you want tasks signed off in your position task book, you have to request an evaluator. So an evaluator can be anyone that is typed higher than you. So if you're a type 4 going for a type 3 PTB, a type 3, 2, or 1 can sign off on your tasks and then up the scale that way. So this is when you click on the position task book or PTB tile on that first page, it opens up your position task book. And so you have a bunch of these carrots that open up different areas. And PTB evaluators is one of those. And I'm going to zoom in here in just a second. The PTB evaluators has a manage button. So when you click the manage button, it opens up another screen and it has this button to request an evaluator. And the system already knows who's typed higher than you, so it will only offer people that have been typed higher than you. So if you're looking for someone in particular and you're not finding them, it's likely they're either the same type as you or they haven't done their stuff in MissionEdge. So when you select an evaluator, you can go in and it'll give you the list. You click one or more evaluators, and then you hit request. what that will do is send a workflow to that individual. So if somebody selects you as an evaluator, I'm going to go back to that screen there, you will get a notification that you have a pending workflow in MissionEdge. It's really easy to take care of that. Just open the email, click on the link, and sign into MissionEdge, and then you'll just hit approve for the person that asked you to be their evaluator. If for some reason you don't want to be their evaluator, you can decline it as well. But hopefully you already know somebody's asking for that. The second thing I really wanted to cover at a high level was requesting training credit. This is also a section of the PTB where you have recommended training and then this button here. So as I zoom in, you can see there's a request training credit button. So when you click that button, it will open up this page. It's automatically checked to only show trainings that are required for the PTB that you're working in. So it's going to be a very limited list. And these are honestly the only ones that we really need you to put into MissionEdge. If you want to put other trainings in, please reach out to us. Every time you put a training in, a workflow comes to one of us at CRCPD to approve. So just that's why we're trying to limit. So 500 times this many is how many times we get to go in and click. So if you would like to use MissionEdge for your own training and qualifications within your own facilities, please reach out. I can put you in touch to figure out how we can give you some more access outside the Ross program. But if you're doing things for Ross, try to stay in here. That said, when we do our quarterly call, we are actually going to use this as the way you're going to submit your quarterly answer set. So you'll need to uncheck this box here, and then you will see a list of those items show. And it's going to, we'll tell you what it's going to be called at the top of the sheet. So the way and we'll talk about this a little bit more when we do the quarterly problem set, but we're going to send a message out with the quarterly problem set in it that you can download out of MissionEdge. You'll do the actual problem, then you'll generate any documents or images or whatever you need to do for the problem set. You'll come to this training credit, request training credit, and you'll find a row that is named the same as the top of the training instructions. So that is how we'll want you to submit those. It'll be so much easier for us to organize versus emails and things like that. And then we can disperse them to various people from here. So that is the training credit specifically for the quarterly call. And so you can kind of see in here, when you request another training, not our quarterly call, you'll select whichever course it is. And then you will be asked to put the date that you completed it and then upload the training certificate. So this is where you would upload for our quarterly call, any of those supporting documents that you created. So the position tasks then, the final thing here is just getting your tasks signed off on. Again, with behaviors and tasks is where that happens. When you open your own Ross PTB, you'll notice that you see the list of all of them and whether it's completed or not. So 0 out of 1 means it's not completed. And this row, you can't do anything with it. You see there's no action buttons because you can't sign off on your own stuff. So this is where your evaluator will have to do this. Big key to note here is this is the task identifier number in MissionEdge. I have a crosswalk that we'll be sending out shortly that crosswalks what this number is correlated to the PTB that's published by FEMA. So if this is related to task item number 1 on the PDF is equivalent to this one or vice versa. It's not that, but the crosswalk will tell you which one is which. So if you're working on the paper PTB and you need to endorse it here in MissionEdge, you know which one of these you should pick. So again, just kind of a zoomed in version of that to see, what that is. And then if you are completing a task, obviously the only thing, you can't do anything in the actual task itself. So what you can do is upload documents and or import comments. So to attach a document, you click attach document, and it's pretty straightforward. You select a file from your computer, you can put a comment in. I would recommend saying this document goes with task number 985. So then that way, when we're doing the QRB review, it's easier for us to put 2 and 2 together. Same with comments. You click add a comment, you record the comment, and then that's going to have a running log of all the comments that were put onto this PTV. So if you don't have a document to upload and you just want to type something in, you can do it by a comment. So once all of this documentation has been put into the system, for whether it's by the evaluator or by the PTV holder itself, all of that can be managed and sorted there, but you can also message each other back and forth. Like, so for example, if you're evaluator, you say, hey, I just uploaded document 2, could you review it? You can just message each other back and forth in here. And again, that you can pick your PTV evaluator. Mine's grayed out because I wasn't logged in with the PTV. Or you can go to the qualification staff or the training staff. That's going to come up to C or CPD typically. And you can ask us or your evaluator specific questions. And then the responses and the back and forth are all captured within MissionEdge as well. So finally, the evaluator, when you are an evaluator, you will have a trainee candidate tile. When you click into there, you'll have a list of everybody you are assigned to for evaluation. And when you click in on one of those, you'll see that they are listed. You click on this little icon there, and it opens their PTV. And now you can see you have the ability to request endorsements. So under behaviors and tasks, you click grant endorsements. And then it's going to open up all of the different tasks that they have. When you hit grant endorsement again, it's going to ask what kind of a task. Honestly, almost all of the ROSC tasks are all of these choices almost. So, but you have to click one, and then it will bring up all of the tasks that are related to that type of a delivery. And then you can see you can select one or more of these and then hit endorse at the very top of the screen. And this is a little bit of a zoom in on that. And then it will say it was endorsed by you for whoever it is. And then again, please put in a comment about what you were doing, or if there's a document you looked at to sign this off and it's in MissionEdge, what's its name. Any cross-references that you can allow here would be super helpful. I think that's all I have for MissionEdge today, but we will be making more specific and detailed trainings on all of these for you to reference as you use the system. But in the meantime, reach out to me or support@missionedge.com, and we'll try to help you out.
Hey, thanks, Angela. And Angela pointed out a lot of the features there. It's always easier after you've done it for a while. So get in there, practice, and I'm sure that you'll find that it is somewhat intuitive, especially as you do some things over and over, and you'll find it very helpful.